In the last video, we talked about what is usability. In this video, we are going to talk about why is usability important and how to improve usability. So let's start with the why. On the web, usability is a necessary condition for survival. If a website is difficult to use, people will leave. If the homepage fails to clearly state what a company offers and what users can do on the site, people will leave. If users get lost on a website, they will leave. If a website information is hard to read or doesn't answer users' key questions, they will leave. And all of these things also apply on mobile to some extent. So note a pattern here. There's no such thing as a user reading a website manual or otherwise spending much time trying to figure out an interface. There are plenty of other websites available. Leaving is the first line of defense when users encounter a difficulty. That's the state of the web, that's the state of your users. They don't have any tolerance of less than ideal user experience, usability. They cannot be used side by side, so they don't have any tolerance for less than ideal usability of your product, and if they don't find it useful, they will leave. So that's the why. Then let's talk about the how. So there are three methods for studying usability, but the most basic and useful is user testing, which has three components. I think that makes sense, right? In order to define how usable your product is, you involve the people who judge if it's usable or not at the first place, which are your users. So user testing makes the most amount of sense. You need to get hold of some representative users, such as customers for your product. They shouldn't be any users you find, but they need to be relevant to your product, who will be actually making use of it, because then they can provide insights which are grounded in solid reasoning. Then you ask the users to perform representative tasks with the design. So representative tasks means what they will be doing in the real life. Ask them to perform those on your design before they have been shipped out, so you can test or sort of troubleshoot any errors early on. Lastly, observe what the users do, where they succeed and where they have difficulties with the user experience. You don't need to say anything, it's just observe them. So you have to stay quiet and let the users do the talking. These are the three steps of user testing you can put in use to test usability of your product. And once you have tested it, if you have identified the places which it doesn't work by observing the user, then you just work on them, improve them, have another user testing session with different representative users, because the older ones will just test what they identified the last time. So keep this cycle going on until you have reached a state where you are confident, and then you can confidently say that you have improved the usability of your product. So that's the how. I hope these three aspects of usability one-on-one were understandable for you, and now you have a good understanding of what usability actually is. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.